Hi, hello, and welcome to my channel, Gilded Rose Tarot. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hello, Pisces. I'm here to bring you your 2021 January month ahead tarot scope forecast. Alrighty, let's get into it. Overall, I'm seeing a need to move on. You guys are really thinking about what's next in your journey. Maybe you're growing tired of your surroundings or the people you associate with or the job that you have, or maybe you're just tired of yourself. Sometimes I've been feeling like that. This year I spent so much time with myself, and sometimes I'm just like, bitch, get it together. Sometimes you're just, that stuff. And so, yeah, those are some of the intuitive messages I was picking up on when I was shuffling and getting into your energy. Just a need to move on, journey on, but also like keep going kept coming through. Like maybe there's just a need to like keep moving. You've probably grown stagnant in one place that you didn't mean to stay in for as long as you have stayed in. So there now you're really feeling like I've overstayed my welcome and there's a need to move. The universe has a way of making us move. So let's get into these cards. You are showing up as the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups is all about moving on. The Eight of Cups is all about leaving. The Eight of Cups is all about leaving an emotional situation behind. Now, the Eight of Cups, I always is always depicted as like someone walking in the opposite direction of the cups. So to me, I'm like, that's someone like literally leaving their emotions behind, leaving however they feel behind, and really following their true calling and their true purpose and their true, what they want to be happening. And, we need to leave things behind that no longer serve us. And that is definitely what the Eight of Cups is. But in this depiction, and I'm really going to go with this depiction too because it does look like you're in the contemplation period, the contemplation stage. I love that everything has kind of broken down around this person and they're just left staring at the cups, contemplating. Is this salvageable? Can I make something of this? Or do I just need to go? Do I just need to walk away, figure it out, and find somewhere else? Because not all the cups have fallen over, only some. So to me, I mean, it looks pretty degraded. It looks fucked up and destroyed back there. You see all the trash and the rubble, So there's definitely like shit has been destroyed. Shit has been ran through. And you're kind of like, is this worth it to rebuild or should I just keep it moving? You're showing up as the Eight of Cups because of the Tower, and the Tower's like divine intervention. Like if you grow stagnant in a place, and if you grew stagnant in a place, the universe literally stepped in and destroyed that place and was like, great, like you weren't even supposed to be here, but you spent so much time here. So boom, it doesn't exist. Can you get on with it? Can you move on? What are you without this thing? What are you when all else fails? What are you when everything is destroyed around you? Really, then what do you hold on to? The Tower is kind of like that moment of destruction, things coming to a head, things coming to ahead. Yeah, it's like the house is on fire and we need to get out. Lightning has struck. What divine intervention has happened? Like what's been a thing that's been looming, has finally like come through and shaken up the surface and shaken up the foundation and destroyed everything and has left us with this rubble and the need to rebuild or walk away. But whatever it is, it's a divine intervention. It is spirit, your guides, the how everything is supposed to go so that we get to the future that we're supposed to get to. Like, that's what tower moments are. It's like spirit being like, you're never supposed to stay here for this long, or you're never supposed to stay here past this moment in time. It's supposed to change here and now. So we really learn the most about ourselves when we're going through a crisis like this. We really learn the most about ourselves when we are deciding whether or not to stay or go. We really learn the most, and we learn the most of ourselves in terms of, like, you know, a lot of who we are and we attribute ourselves to are things that are outside of us. So when all of those things are destroyed and changed into something else, we're then forced to really tune into all that we really are, which is just the us and the the soul within us. Yeah. And so through that destruction, you can really tune into who you are. Let's get into this week to week. The first week is the Chariot, and yeah, let's talk about the week to week, but let's also talk about the root energy, the Sun and the Chariot. Like, that's gorgeous. That is benevolence. That is luck. That is the, like, things working out. It's almost like you got saved from something. It's almost as if, like, where you were at, where you were going stagnant, there was nothing there left for you. It was only taking from you, actually. It was actually hampering and hindering your growth. And so to have the Tower kind of, like, take care of closing this chapter for you, having the universe take care of closing this chapter for you is, you know, there's varying levels of how you can view this. If you're happy about it, then, like, great, you're really in tune with the Sun and the Chariot energy, and this month is going to be, like, a beautiful transformative one for you. And if you are upset about it and you're like, fuck, that really destroyed everything and I really need to, like, you know, get it all together, this still looks so transformative and beautiful. It just is going to be some hard work and some work that you may not want to do. But the week to week, the Chariot is Cancer energy. If you have any Cancer in your chart or have any prominent Cancer people in your life, then, like, definitely, like, they could be highlighted in week 1. But also, the Chariot's all about, like, moving forward. So especially if you like suffered a loss or whatever, or suffered a like the Tower kind of took a lot from you and really restructured things for you, it doesn't get you down too much. In, like, you're showing up as the Eight of Cups in this contemplation stage. The Chariot, week 1 of January, you are out of that contemplation stage and moving forward in whatever direction you decided, whether that direction is to rebuild or that direction is to leave it behind and rebuild somewhere else and find a home somewhere else. The Chariot all talks about, like, duality. It's all about, to me, duality, and then using the duality to pull you forward. There is real value in balancing your masculine and feminine energies. Make sure that we are trying to, make sure that we're tuning into both of those pools of energy, of knowledge within ourselves in the applicable place. Because a detriment in one, really, you're working with half the puzzle, half a spice cabinet. You got to put salt and pepper in all your dishes, your savory dishes at least. You want to put salt and pepper in the meal. You're not about to be out here just using pepper and then no salt. you know, that you want to really be tuning into both energies and utilize what you have. And I mean, the first week looks like you are, because the chariot is all about taking both of those energies, the masculine and feminine with us, and using that to move forward. And so that could mean like using your intuition to like start a business, or using your maybe tuning more into your intuition to handle a like handle the things in your daily life, and handle the things that you need to work on and get done, and using your intuition to like progress you forward in a material sense, rather than just like working shit ton of hours to make a bunch of money. You're like working smart and not hard. Yeah, that's what it is. Working smart and not hard. The chariot. Working smart and not hard. Week 2. The 7 of Cups. Yeah, it's like if you left something behind, all that you left behind is like still kind of plaguing you and attacking you, in a sense. You might feel guilty about having left something behind. You might feel guilty about how things went. Like the Tower even could be like an argument. The Tower could be like a breakup of a relationship. Things are changing. The structure is changing. What you once knew is no more with the Tower. And so like the 7 of Cups, especially since you're showing up as the 8 and the week 2 is the 7, that denotes to me like a going backwards in your progression. I mean, the linear track that time follows in this earthly plane is like such a scam and a fraud. Like time is just a human-made concept. There is like things just are. We just are existing, and so I'm not saying that like you're literally going back. Like we have to go back, forward, up, down, left, right, east, west, north, south. Like we gotta go. Time moves in all directions simultaneously. So there, you're not really going back. You're reaching into your memories, and they may be plaguing you. But don't think that you're not progressing. You're always progressing just by existing. But the 7 of Cups, you really may be plagued with like what you left behind. You may even miss it. You may be like, that was me. That's what I liked. And now that's not what's happening. But, girl, you are always what's happening. Like however much things may change around you, you are still you. Your soul is still within you, and you may miss those things and they may plague you. You may even feel guilty, but to what end? Like, are we just feeling guilty to feel guilty because you feel like you should feel guilty about how things went and how things blew up? Because that helps no one, and definitely does not help you. Helps you least of all. But also the 7 of Cups is like, conversely, the 7 of Cups is now, you went through this Tower moment, you went through this 8 of Cups moment, or you were in this 8 of Cups moment, you're in this Tower moment in January. You're leaving behind things. So now you have a whole new blank slate where you can put different things in. Things that align to you more so than before. Things that, I mean, it's a lot. The 7 of Cups is like, there's a lot of things that have your attention. There's a lot of paths and directions that you can go, and you really don't know which one to go. So you're going to just sit down and daydream about all of them. But yeah, this Tower moment, this Eight of Cups, left space for a lot of things, and now you're considering all that you can be. Week 3, the Four of Swords. You really are taking time out to rest. Things halt. You know that you really can't move forward right now, having just gone through, like a breakup. If you just went through a breakup, you know you can't fucking start a new relationship just yet. I mean, you could, but total rebound moment, and we don't need those. We need to go within and focus on ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, especially after a breakup of a relationship, we really got to take stock within ourselves and be like, so, was it me? Was it them? What went wrong? What themes kept appearing for us? What themes kept appearing for me? Because, we always want to be in a growth mindset, people. But the Four of Swords is all about a rest, all about taking the time for I just like all things cease, like really just taking the time, taking a rest, taking a breath. The third week, things may slow down for you if you're like at a job or working on something. Like, have a restful time with friends. Have a restful time. If you got those good, some friends, you have your going out friends, and then you have your stay home, chill out on the couch, watch a movie friends. Hang out with those friends. Hang out with the ones who are just down to rest, down to chat, watch a movie. You don't really have to show up in anything. You can just come in your sweats and pajamas and order some pizza, and you just really like chill out. Do something cute, do something cozy with your friends. In the third week, it really looks like that will heal you and give you the motivation to be the Page of Pentacles in the fourth week. So the fourth week, the Page of Pentacles. You find something to focus on. You find a project to focus on. You're really excited about it, and you want to rebuild the tower that you once had. You are looking to, so looking to rebuild the tower that you once had, in a different place. I see, whenever I get the Page of Pentacles, I always get like a hyper focused vibe from this card, just in terms of like the pages are young, feminine energies, and so especially in something as like the tarot really deals with these like patriarchal, like stereotypical European standards of femininity and masculinity and gender roles. So let's bring our brains to that world for a second. A young woman focusing on work is like unheard of. And not unheard of, uncommon, and not totally supported by their outside world. So to have a young woman focused on work, the Page of Pentacles, it's very unusual. I use with air quotes, and in this European patriarchal world that the tarot has come from, it's uncommon, and it's uncommon. And so to me, that denotes kind of a hyper focus. It kind of shows like there is something that you're kind of fixated on, something that you kind of need to be fixated on because no one's going to do it for you. But like, it's like a young girl like being focused on money. It's like, girl, that's not your worry. That's not your job right now. What we need you to focus on is being a kid and like all of those things. But you having this money making, enterprising focus at so young is strange, and you can stand to focus on something else. That's a story with my story with the Page of Pentacles. But in terms of this reading, there is like something that you are kind of throwing a lot of your focus to, something that like this is definitely you as well, because the page and water, feminine energy, all that good stuff. Um, it's like this is the beginning of you starting to move forward after the destruction, after the rubble, after the wake of it all. Whatever juju and motivation you felt in week 1 of January, you are revisited with, but in a more stable, more focused, regimented way. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Pisces. I think that's all I have for you. Enjoy your January 2021. And hey, start that business. Don't let it get you down. You are covered. You are loved, you are covered, you are protected, you are held and fed. Abundance and prosperity await you.